just heard a sound on that woman's phone who we just passed by on Sansom. I just walked north past Sansom, and it's on vibration mode. I have my phone on vibration mode, but it doesn't make that much of a sound. Hers has like a metal sound, almost like a tuning fork. And I, for quite some time, have been experiencing what seems like almost like an attack at night, or punishment, even though I haven't done anything. The tapes. And what happens is, after I turn out the lights and pretty much go to bed, there's like almost like an electrical current, or it sounds like a loud vibrating phone ring, zzz, or like a buzz or a wasp, but it can be aimed right at my ears. Anyway, last night it came in like 50 times. That is whack. I gave up on the management where I live. I can't move yet because I'm worried about how much money I have and how much income I have and stuff like that, so I don't want to do anything until I feel more secure. So I reported it to the police. I actually have a docket, like not a docket number, it's just like a file number, I guess. There's not much I can do because it just seems it's beyond what they normally do. They do normal, you know, domestic violence calls or normal crime stuff. So this is way beyond that. It seems like a form of harassment. And last night, like often I've gotten up in the middle of the night and reported it in real time to like the CIA and stuff like that, or even the FBI. So, but nothing really comes of it other than I get to keep reporting and I feel better, like I feel empowered by reporting. And I wondered, like, if you report enough, would they eventually, you know, due to backlog or priority, get around to it? But it's weird, it's bad, it's like zzz, zzz, and it's like in the air towards my head, typically at night. So if anyone has any ideas, I've called electrical companies because I was like, what if I go outside of, say, Pearl Properties where I live now? Because they just come back with, oh, there's not a shortage or a surge in the grid or anything. They just sort of say stuff like that. So I was like, I had this weird thing happen. I wondered if it's like has to do with the electrical sockets or the current or whatever. And they just sort of ignore the issue. So anyway, I called Thomas Edison because they came up first, like among the first when I Googled, like, what if I called an electrical company and asked them, like electricians, if they have ever heard of such a thing happening or what could cause it, because they're used to dealing with electricity and that's what it seems like. So they didn't know. I got a call center person. She was super nice. She's like, oh my god, that's really weird. So she at least validated and believed it, you know what I mean? Because some people just roll their eyes or whatever. And I've gotten so used to it that I just see it as normal at this point, as a normal occurrence, and while I can't sleep, but you know. So she was super nice. She said, you know, she would put it in the system, like she would notate it, but you know, she doesn't know if anyone will call, but she would at least like have it there in the back pocket, if you will. Then I called a place in Texas because I was like, what if I go way outside of Philadelphia, even to a right-wing state, and go to Texas and call, there was Pure Foy, it was the name of it. So I called them and someone talked to me and he said he did give somewhat of an explanation of what could be the cause, kind of. I forget what he said now. I have it written down on all my notes because stuff happens so much that, but he was talking about like a loose, that I forget now. Anyway, he's like, you know how they wave a wand in front of like the temperature thing, or like they wave a wand to check like EMF rays or similar things like that, electrical currents in the air. He's like, you know, invisible currents could occur in the air. How they would be shot directly at someone, or it's on the bizarre side of weird harassment. And it's like almost as if I were a whistleblower. The interesting thing is, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, I led a very normal life, and I've been heavily harassed and provoked. And like, at some point in my life, I totally flipped out and was like, you know, am I supposed to like mention it to someone that something bad's going on? Or, you know, a long time ago. But otherwise, I don't consider myself a whistleblower or anything like that. These days, I kind of report on activity. And it's like, what could it be? Like, what is this? What is that? I've had so many weird things happen that are in the invisible, almost ghost realm. I've had weird, like, you know, air siphonings out of my mouth. And it's like, it's not sleep apnea. I know it's something else. And it would happen before, like a month before people died. Not, like, it happened a lot. It just so happened to coincide with a couple people passing away. It's like, that's weird. Is it like, what is it? Like some sort of weird soul situation? I don't know what to say, but anyway, I just keep reporting it and see what happens. This hour on a Tuesday, I don't know how crowded it would be.